Namaste, good morning, everyone. Myself Kamlesh, and I welcome you all in the mental health talk show Inside Out. Today it's the 14th episode, and it's a very special episode with very special people. First of all, I would like to tell you that we are in the 15th week of our mental health awareness program, a joint initiative of Anhad and Punekar. There's a lot of uh, people connecting with us online, offline, and there is a constant conversation happening with the different entities of the society, and we have been always, supported in every possible way. So we are very thankful for that. Coming to today's topic, the 14th episode for our mental health talk show Inside Out, mental health in the digital age. And to understand the impact of technology and social media specifically on the mental well-being of the youth. And when I said youth, so literally our guests should be also very special today. And we are really fortunate. I would say we are really fortunate to have such a wonderful minds with us, and all of them are the students of psychology. So I would like to welcome each one of them. Sakshi, welcome to the show. Shreyas, welcome to the show. Vedika, Maitri, Hemdeep, welcome to the show.
Thank you,
First of
Sakshi.
all, thank you for joining this show, and I am happy to share that these are the people who are making mental health awareness program a success, a real success, I would rather say. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining here. First of all, I would like to begin with a very simple question. You are currently pursuing psychology. You are a student of psychology, and very soon you will be on the journey of becoming a mental health professional, or let's say psychologist or a psychotherapist. Before that, I would like to ask each one of you, why psychology? What really made you take interest in this subject in brief? Sakshi, we can go with you.
So my interest in this started like very. It was accidental, I would say. Just one day, something happened, and the counselor came to our class to counsel some students. Then after the few days, again something similar happened. So I was like, okay, what is this person? What do they do? What is this? I started inquiring about it, and gradually I developed an interest. And also, a major role was of my teacher. So that was a major push for me to go into this, to choose it as a
Okay,
career.
okay. Maitri, coming to you, why psychology?
So, firstly, about psychology, I understood from my sir, from my English sir, and he told about it is a study about behavior, and we get to know how people do whatever they are doing or take decisions and why they behave in such manner. And then I thought I should take this subject as my further studies, and I thought I could get to know myself first. And before coming here, I had decided I will choose industrial psychology so that I can also contribute to my family business if I can.
Okay,
So that was my reason for coming to psychology.
okay. Hemdeep, coming to you, why psychology?
So actually, in the lockdown, I've just heard about psychology, like people being low on mental health, everything. So it was just a curiosity, like what exactly psychology is and how you can learn something that will help you in your life furtherly, not only being as a career, but as a way of living. So I thought
Okay,
it could be a chance that where I could explore everything
yes.
from that.
Vedika, why psychology?
So, according to me, firstly, psychology as a subject is very important in today's world. So, generally, what we care about is physical health and which other overt activities which we can observe. But it's very important to take care of our inner being which is in a well state. So that's why psychology for me is important to study about it.
Shresh, what about you?
Sir, initially I wasn't gonna go for psychology, but later in first year I took a subject psychology, and then it was so fascinating, and even I had some questions like how people act around me, my friends and my family. So I wanted to know answers, and that's why I felt the subject as fascinating and interesting. So I pursued in psychology.
Okay. I remember you, all of you have interacted with many people on the streets in the college in different age groups. You ask them about mental health, what really mental health is for them, why mental health is important. So I would like to ask this similar question to every one of you again. Like, Vedika, let's start from you. And what do you think is mental health and why is it important for you, according to you?
So according to me, unless and until your mental health is healthy, you cannot function up to your uh, fullest potential. So that's what my statement would be for your question. So at the end, if your mental health is in a good state, you'll be able to function even your daily routine without any hurdle.
Okay. Hendeep, same question for you as well.
Sir, like mental health is an important issue like we need to focus right now. Well, as we see, a human body works on basis of a coordination of mind and every other muscle, and mind is from where we get the decisions, like start the process thinking and all. And mental health is a part that takes our mind and brain working efficiently. So if our mental and mind, like whatever it works in a sound way, then we can function in a very better.
Sakshi and Suresh, what do you think mental health is according to you and why it's important for you?
Sir, for me, mental health is basically mental well-being of ourselves. So I think the focus in earlier was totally on physical health. Like if you're feeling physically weak or something, on I should take care of myself. But I personally think that we should also take care of ourselves mentally as well. Because if we are mentally strong and healthy, we can function properly. We can make our all the tasks done, and it also helps us to keep us happy. So that's why I think mental health is very important.
So, as almost all of my friends focus on that, it is important. So, as we check how are you, we ask this, and obviously the answer is fine. We need to be accept. We need to be very open to, okay, I'm not feeling well. People should be comfortable telling us, आज मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, I'm not feeling well, I don't like to do this, I'm not feeling to do this. This should be welcome. Only then it would be more acceptable in a general life, and that would help to grow.
Okay, so when we talk about mental health in the digital age, and when I say digital age, it means I hope you all remember, probably you also might have faced the same thing. Uh, Before COVID or before pandemic happened, whenever you used to be on the screen, there is a common thing that your parents would tell you, and that it's not good to be on the screen. Okay, but certain things changed, and your studies become part of your digital routine. Okay, classrooms happening online, homework you have to do online, assignments you have to do online. So that became a very challenging situation for the parents specifically. But how you as a youth see, because technology is an integral part of your life. Okay, so when we talk about impact, or when your parents say that okay, your screen time is not good, so many of you would have asked this question, that when we are doing study, then it's okay, and if we are not doing study and if we are using screen time for some other reason, then how come it's not okay? Okay, it's a difficult question. जितना वो सिंपल आपको लग रहा है ये पूछने में, उतना ही वो डील करने में मुश्किल होता है पेरेंट्स के लिए भी. You all are students of psychology. You're learning the basics, the fundamentals with the contemporary examples around you. You might be observing within your home, your circle, your friend circle, in the friend circle, within your relatives, that they discuss. My son doesn't. My small daughter doesn't eat food without watching a cartoon. If you don't show the cartoon, they won't eat. The children won't eat the food. You know, we have a habit of once we start eating food, we keep a mobile or a screen time in, like, screen in front of us, switching on the Netflix, Amazon. I can see the smile on Henry's face, and I know every must be like, "Arey, sabhi karte hain," like everyone does that. But that do have a big impact. Okay, so what exactly do you think about this, and why? First of all, do you agree to this? Whether it's a problem because it's becoming a problem, and if you think yes, it's becoming a problem, what are the issues arising from that? That screen time, the lot of screen time, and its impact. What do you face, and what do you all seeing on outside? So we can start with Vedika if you would like to do.
Yes, sir. Sir, sometimes it can also happen that there is a constant urge to use the phone. Like if the phone is not around you, you'll be looking for it. And it might also lead to somewhere a detachment from the real world, and you might just be like zoned out at times and be frustrated as well. On the positive
Okay,
side, if we see that it depends on us how we are going to perceive and use that device. So,
okay. So, Vedika, what age did you start using the phone, cell phone?
so till the time I was in my first year, I did not have a phone. That was
Okay,
my choice. That was by choice.
okay,
So I
okay.
had certain reasons, like I wasn't sure if I'll
Mm-hmm.
be using it efficiently. So till that time, I
Mm-hmm.
used my mother's phone. But after first year, I got it because it was necessary for studies.
Okay, okay, okay. Hemdeep, coming to you about the screen time, and when did you start using your first phone? Like first time when you started using your phone?
So like when I was young, like when I was a child in a school from third, fourth, I just used phone of my parents. Like I used as a device, but it was very minimal, very
Mm.
minimum. Like it was very fascinating at that time. We using a smartphone or some gadget and device. So we just engaged like I just engaged it with a very specific time, like maximum 10 to 15 minutes, and more of it we were like I was just engaged in physical activities and other things. So
Mm-hmm.
in this current scenario, it's completely opposite. Like people are engaging in activities and other games that they can play outside and all very minimal, and they are engaging their time in digital media more. So I
Okay.
just think like everything has a like a coin has two sides, so like everything has a pro and a con. Like we can
Mm-hmm.
learn a lot from digital media and all, it's only like how we pursue it. But yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
always better to learn from the experiences that we gain in a natural and real world rather than a virtual world.
Okay. Okay. Maitri, what do you think? And yes, of course, when did you start using your cell phone for first time? I think there's some network issue with Maitri. We can go to Sakshi and Suresh.
I started using my parents' phone honestly, like around third or fourth standard. Uh, as Hemdeep said, I had a limited access at that time. I need if I wanted to play a game or something. Okay, maybe you can play two games maximum. Then you have to put back the phone and go to study or go to play. Do whatever, but keep the phone. After we got our own phones around like first year we starting with the usage like increased a lot. Also, in the lockdown, the screen time increased in a drastic way because the classes went online. We were not able to go outside, so every means of entertainment was digital only. So I think that period also increased a lot of screen time for all age groups.
Okay. What about you, Shesh?
Sir, I think, yeah, even I started using the phone, was having my own phone. It was in 11 because I shifted from my hometown to Pune, and that's why I got the phone. And yeah, the usage of phone has been increased since lockdown primarily, and also the main usage of social media is, I think, because of there's this thing called FOMO, fear of missing out. So everyone has this thing, कि यार something is happening in everyone's life and they want to share it on social media. So everyone tend to use more social media and give more time to social media. And the positive side would be it has been used for studies since majorly from lockdown. So yeah, it can be also used for studies and as well for social media and other things.
Okay, you used a very important term, that's FOMO. And that's actually a big issue related to mental health. And when we talk about social media, I think, was meant to be connected with your friends, family when you're far away. But right now, what we are seeing is the family sitting in one room and they are interacting via social media. That's the sad reality, and we all need to accept that it has become a reality. But it does have a big impact, and it's going to have a super big impact on the mental health. And when we talk about youth, okay, who are completely engrossed into this. And when we look upon the youngsters as the future responsible citizens of the nation who are going to run this country from different fields. But what if the mental health is not healthy? If their mental well-being is not good, so there might be lot of challenges that are happening. Okay, so what the major impact the social media or the technology is having? So first of all, the biggest impact, that what I think, it's hampering your sleeping patterns. And I am very sure you would also agree to that. And you would be also reading certain examples, the impact of technology, social media, like FOMO, as you mentioned, the fear of missing out. So, how does excessive use of technology or social media impacted the sleeping pattern? First of all, has they impacted according to you, or and how it has really impacted? Who, like, anyone can answer this question among you? Vedika, we can go with you.
Okay. So generally, surely it does affect our sleeping schedule pattern. So it also depends on how much time you consume electronics before you sleep. Uh,
Hmm.
in our body, there are certain chemicals which are released. I don't really remember the terms right now, but uh,
You mean to say dopamine or something like that? What exactly?
yes, sir,
Endorphin?
the
What?
levels keep on
Hmm.
changing depends on how much of electronics we use, according to research.
Hmm.
And also, uh, it's it depends on our eating habits as well. So
Hmm.
everything is correlated with one
Interconnected.
another. Yes.
Hmm. Okay. So, do you personally felt such issue in your journey?
Initially, when I got a phone, I felt somewhere I was very fascinated.
Yeah.
And like for the first time I got the phone, so initially it did impact, but eventually I understood that phone is a useful tool for me and I shouldn't be uh, having a huge impact of the phone on me. It should be the
Hmm.
other way around, that I'm using it as a tool and not as a
Hmm.
very important integral part of my life.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, ओके, थैंक यू। साक्षी, आपके पास आते हुए ये सवाल मुझे कंटिन्यू करना है एक्चुअली कि आपने आप इसके ऊपर क्या कहना चाहते हो, ये एक चीज, और दूसरी चीज, क्या आपने खुद ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है या आपने कहीं आपके आस पड़ोस में देखा है कि कैसे ये इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है अलग अलग जनरेशन में?
So I do agree with Vedika what Vedika said. हाँ कि स्लीप साइकिल इम्पैक्ट होता है प्लस वी ऑल हैव हर्ड कि जितने भी हमारे डिवाइसेस होते हैं उसमें से एक ब्लू लाइट एमिट होती है जिसकी वजह से आर स्लीप साइकिल डज गेट अफेक्टेड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी ऑल माइट हैव ऑब्जर्व कि अगर हमें अभी नींद आ भी रही है वंस वी हैव आवर फोन्स इन आवर हैंड्स we don't remember that okay we had to sleep. फोन छूटता नहीं है हाथ से as we are getting a constant dopamine hit on a very constant basis. At the same time, this screen light is not letting us sleep. It is sort of a it's just like the as insulin hypes a body, the same way digital media or like social media or CR devices are giving a sort of energy to our brain. Yeah, keep awake. We don't even blink our eyes. We have seen that people don't blink their eyes, which is a very necessary part.
Yeah. Very, very true, very true. Maitri, I think due to some network issue, you were blanked out. But I'll just repeat the question for you. We were speaking about the impact of technology, social media, what impact does it have on sleeping patterns? Uh, जो
Yeah.
स्लीपिंग पैटर्न बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो रही है, so, first of all, do you agree to this? And also, if yes, then in what way it has actually impacted? Are there any examples around you, if you could share?
या मुझे लगता है कि स्लीपिंग पैटर्न सच में बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो चुकी है और मेरे कई ऐसे दोस्त हैं जो रात के 11-12 बजे तक भी जगते हैं देन वेदर इट बी इंस्टाग्राम यूजिंग और स्नैप वगैरह जो कुछ भी है और स्लीपिंग पैटर्न डिस्टर्ब होने की वजह से बहुत सारे डिसऑर्डर्स पे भी उसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है जैसे कि वी नो
Sure.
कि डिप्रेशन का एक बहुत बड़ा क्राइटेरिया जैसे कि स्लीप पे उसका इफेक्ट है और स्लीप अच्छी
Mhm.
ना हो तो फिर दूसरे दिन का भी सब कुछ खराब हो जाता है फिर सो आई थिंक या इट इज हैविंग अ बिग इम्पैक्ट ऑन
Okay, okay. Hemdeep, what do you think about this? Your mic is on mute.
Sorry, sir. So actually, yeah, sleeping patterns are one of the most important thing that gets affected due to like usage of digital media and phone and other electronic devices. Like it's not
Mhm.
only confined ki like you are using phone, but sometimes we can also see sleeping pattern इसलिए भी खराब हो जाता है because we have that time and we have like अरे phone है we can access to things, we get access to things like not only in a negative way, like if there is
Mhm.
something that I'm reading and I
Mhm.
am not able to get that book available
Mhm.
from the library, so like I would
Mhm.
focus more and कि like digital media में मैं कर सकता हूँ and that
Mhm.
also helps us like in a very positive way. In a physical health way it may have a very negative impact.
Yeah, yeah. So, Maitri, you actually, highlighted a very important issue that's about depression. And yes, we can see there's a very much correlation between social media and depression. And there is one more thing. I don't know if you have observed it as a student of psychology, that, social media is one of the major cause for suicidal cases. And very recently, we had a World Suicide Prevention Day, and you spoke with your friends, you interviewed them, you interacted with them uh, for this mental health awareness program. So, what insights and how you can think how social media has actually motivated those thoughts? Why you think more social media has actually motivated those thoughts? Yes. Anybody, Shreyash, if you can answer this.
Yes, sir. I think, as I mentioned earlier, social media creates a kind of some what we can say, some levels ki हाँ we have to achieve this, or other people are doing this, so my life is very boring, and this kind of unrealistic expectations are created by social media. So I think,
Okay.
and also there's this thing as body image.
Mm.
Someone might feel ki I'm so skinny, and someone might feel I'm fat or something, and that might create an insecurity in people, and that might lead
Yes.
to anxiety or depression. कि हाँ,
Hmm.
I'm not performing well, or I'm not doing good with my life. So that might lead
Okay.
to suicidal thoughts. That's my
Okay. 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 So you all are very young, and you are learning different aspects of mental health. So, two, three thoughts we just discussed, and mostly those were on the negative impact or something like that. But there's also one major benefit, or the positive side of it is like technology. With the help of technology, when we say creating a safe space where you can actually speak out your mind. And in this fast-paced world, we see digital era is playing a big role. Yeah, technology is playing a big role in resolving mental health issues. Social media, for a change, is impacting in a very positive way, also on this mental health. So, if you could share your own experiences, how it is actually helping people, Maitri.
Okay. So I think like we are now interacting. It is also a very important, useful thing we are doing and using social media in a good way. And various platforms have been created where we can talk, we can interact, and try to develop things. So it is helping us, and we can acquire so many new skills because of social media. Like there are so many friends of mine who are learning new things from YouTube. So it is also helping us, we can say, and we are getting. We cannot say that we are getting more isolated, but we are also socializing with the help of social media. So yeah, it is helping us.
Vedika, how do you think social media would help us to deal with mental health issues?
S- Sir, generally what happens is most of the time people tend to show what's positively affecting in their lives, what positive things are happening around them. But nowadays we even see that if somebody posts something like I'm going through something, अभी थोड़ा accept हो रहा है and people are like you are not only the one who is suffering, I am also with you. So it's like creating a background where people tend to support each other if they're going through some negative thoughts and stuff like that. So this can motivate individuals as well.
Yeah, good, good. Like Vedika, you actually. Hemdeep, how do you think social media can play a positive role in dealing with mental health issues?
Sir, as we are psychology students, and when like in further we'll use career options as being a counselor psychology or some clinical psychology. So at that times we need to talk, have a one-to-one chat, and the most important thing that people approach us is confidentiality. Social media sometimes provides you that like confidentiality barrier where you can be anonymous and you can talk about things that you want to get resolved in your life. Like there are platforms like Reddit, Twitter. Like there are some people who don't have their ID that actually relates with their real life, but yeah, they post things like they are been diagnosed with something and they are going through, and they give the insights which other people read, and it creates a uh, information web which is circulated all over the place, and that actually helps a lot of people to get new insight from people, understand what positives and negatives a thing has. And that's how like it can be a very good platform being an anonymity, like, and share things.
Yes, that you have very rightly mentioned. Like, it's actually making info web where anonymously I'm sharing. It becomes my case study. I share it, and if someone wants to actually understand, read about it, it's available. Someone wants to speak out their mind, it's there, and with the assurance of anonymity. Yes, that's again very true. So social media has different sides. Probably that's can be negatively impacting the mental health, overall mental health. And when we talk about FOMO, we talk about suicidal tendencies or thoughts, and how does social media has an impact on it. Okay, but when you as a student of psychology, yeah, I'm sure you have already started your journey towards becoming a mental health professional. How and where do you see after 5 years and 10 years from here onwards? So I think Sakshi and Shreyash, we can go with you first.
So, sir, after, as you said, a few years, I see myself as a reliable person to whom people can come and talk. Like they can rely on me. Yes, I can go to this person and he can help me get out of this, or she can help me get out of this thing. I can share with her, and it would go nowhere, and it would be a great help. I would be that source for them.
Okay, okay. Vedika, what about you?
Yes, sir, as rightly said by Sakshi, the same thing. And also, along with that, uh, people should feel that I am approachable. So that's what one of my main goals is from 5 years from now. And also being non judgmental that this is wrong or this is right. So, whatever the person is saying, I should be able to digest it without any kind of bias.
I think my friend Sakshi can take over from here.
So yeah, Maitri, you can give your input about the same.
Yeah, so right now while doing the study of psychology, so many of my friends tell that I can see the qualities of psychologists in you. And when they say this, I really feel nice that they can trust me and consider me whenever they want to resolve their issues or speak their mind out or heart out. So yeah, I think after 4 to 5 years, I'll be doing nice in my career and be helpful to the society as well. And yeah.
Along with this, we see that cyberbullying is also one of the major concerns that almost everybody around us is facing. So, like, have you ever faced anything of such kind, or heard of it around people, that people around you have faced?
Uh, I think there is little bit of noise disturbance coming, and I'm so sorry for the viewers also. So we are on almost on the last leg of last segment here. So I would like to have a closing statement from each one of you. First Hindit, then Maitri, then Vedika, and then Sakshi and Shreyas. Okay. Hind.
So, in this whole session, we discussed how social media impacts our mental health, and apart from that, how mental health on a general scale, apart from the social media interaction, how important it is. So, I'd like to state every point, everything has a pro and con. I'd rather suggest people to see the con and accept it and move towards the pro, so that they don't feel like they're being pulled back, because they've already accepted what will go wrong, or what may have option to go wrong in terms of mental health. And apart from that, social media, it's up to you how you can use it. I just suggest you, there are a number of options in your life apart from social media. Like, human interactions are the best way that you can gain knowledge and all. So I'd rather I'll give you a option, like you can try those more rather than interacting people on online.
Okay. So as rightly said by Himdev that everything has a pro and cons. So we all should think about using the good things and look for the positive side. But when we see towards the negative aspect, I would like to suggest that people should limit their time on the screen. And for this, they can use various apps or in every phone we have that screen time control. So we can do that for every app. We can put a timer so that we reduce our excessive or unnecessary time that we spend on our mobile phones. And yeah, for learning purpose, it is a really good option, and I would suggest everybody.
I would like to add on what they said. So, using electronics is important. I get it in this stage in 21st century. But how are we using it and how useful is it after we use it is very important to look at. So, it's challenging, of course, because it's readily available to us. But it's important to look that we do not overuse the thing, because more than positive points, then it will lead us in a damaging state to us, where we might lose on what's happening around us.
So as Vedika just said that things might turn into a ugly state if not taken care of. So I guess that schools and colleges can teach their students how digital, how they support, can teach them media literacy skills, can give them access to mental health resources, which can help them to be aware of their surroundings and be safe at the same time.
Sir, I believe that in this digital age, there is going to be a lot of things which will happen online, and there will be social media, there will be people sharing all those things. So I feel that we should make use of it. We should make use of it for our mental health. We can make communities on social media. We can support other people, and social media helps to create awareness on a very large scale. So that's how we can create awareness in a large scale about mental health, and support everyone and help everyone to have a better mental state.
Okay, okay. That's an amazing insights from every one of you. And first of all, I would like to congratulate every one of you here because you know you have decided and that to serve this very important cause. I know it's a profession, but it's a profession that's the need of an hour. As it is said that during the independence, the advocates played a big role. Uh, in this era, the chartered accountants, it is said that CA, the financial people, are playing a big role. In not sooner the time, very soon there will be this mental health professionals who's going to play a key role, okay, in building up the nations. And I know there's a huge risk out there, and I want you all to grow as much as you can learn and you know understand, contribute to this mental health. And to all my viewers, I am glad to have your constant support. And I would like to again take this opportunity to also announce one thing that it's part of awareness program which is going on. That is Empower Her, Pink Hope, the breast awareness campaign, which is run by Punekar News. Tomorrow we are having at 11 Empower Her, a part of a talk show on breast health, breast cancer awareness program. So that tomorrow we'll be discussing about the mental health pre and post, you know, the treatment that's happening in the family overall. And also on 30th September, that's the 15th episode of our Inside Out mental health conversation. We are coming up with a very special guest, and we'll be discussing about therapy as a medicine, therapeutic approaches to the treatment of mental illnesses. Because we are aware about medicines, we go to psychiatrists, but we have a lot of reservations, a lot of thoughts which are limited for therapy. Does therapy really helps us? So we are coming up with that episode with a very special guest. And again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Hemdeep, Maitri, Vedika, Sakshi, and Shreyas to sharing out your really, sharing your beautiful mind, beautiful thoughts. And I wish you all the very best to keep doing what you're doing in the best possible way. So once again, thank you so much. I thank every one of us, every one of you, and all my viewers for patiently listening. And sorry for the inconvenience if caused. So thank you so much.